Yo, 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 what is good? What is going on? You already know who this is. This is yours truly. And we're here this pro season, arguably the best podcast right now. Cause I speak the real. I don't speak the alternative shit. I speak the real shit. And that's what we all want. You know what I mean? Like we just want the real stuff. Let me put down my phone. Cause we got a lot to talk about today. I got, all the notes, bam, 2 pages worth of notes, so we got some things to talk about. First things first, what is on the agenda? Well, before that, I got some major news coming soon. I can't tell y'all what it is yet, but listen, it's going to shake up the black. It's just going to shake up everything. You know what I mean? Like with prayers, listen, I done said my prayers and all that good shit. I just hope something happens. I just hope God answers my prayers, Like to me, it will shake up everything. So boom. So with that being said, just be on the lookout. Now, so it's this segment I got right now, the segment of this, the show, is called, miscellaneous topics. Excuse me, I was just drinking some lemonade. So the first topic, more violence in the black community. Listen, people. It's clear as day who's the real enemy out here. Oh, it's not. We got a viewer. What's going on? It's clear as day who's the enemy out here. And it's just sad that we have our elected officials in these cities in the community that is predominantly black, like Atlanta, Chicago, New York City, like motherfucking LA, like all these cities with these Democratic mayors and governors, except for the one in Georgia. But the cities that have these Democratic mayors, like I keep telling y'all, they failed you. They failed you. They're going to keep failing you. Why? Because they don't care about you. They do not care about you. You see what's happening in New York right now. Violence is just shooting through the roof. Motherfuckers is ready to go outside. Niggas is ready to go outside. People's ready to go outside. People's tired of being in the house. Women is tired of getting their ass beat by their man. And men are tired of getting their ass beat by their women. They need to get out. And on top of that, there's neighborhoods and gangs beefing, whatever. So violence has gone up dramatically. And we haven't heard not one word for Black Lives Matter. We haven't heard a word from Bill de Blasio and for that clown governor, Cuomo. Yeah, him. So y'all want to defund the police, but you see what's happening now. Chicago, more toddlers, not preteens, not teenagers, not young adults, toddlers. They are getting murdered out here. Getting murdered out here in these streets. And there's no Black Lives Matter. If you go back to 2 weeks ago, or last week, I believe, and you'll see what I read about the Black Lives Matter movement. Like that particular website, it will show you. They really don't care about you like you think they do. We'll get to that later. So like I said, Atlanta crime's going up. New York City crime shooting through the roof. Chicago, more toddlers, not kids that know better. More toddlers is getting killed. And yet, salute to the governor from Georgia, who brought the National Guard in, before shit got out of hand. Now, but for all the other cities that's not doing nothing, shame on you. Again, shame on you. We keep talking about a person that's been in office in politics in general for 3.5 years. 3.5 years, right? Almost 4 years. But y'all been in office for all this time. I'm not even about to name the names of these people that be talking reckless about this man, but the community is a fucking shambles. We're not about to talk about those people again. But you know who they are. They haven't said nothing about it. They're not doing nothing about it. And they're not going to do nothing about it. They're going to keep pocketing all that money that the government funds them every year. Is going to go right in their pockets or go to businesses that's not in the black community. That's why I've been saying this whole time. We can't be out here protesting and being all happy because they paint Black Lives Matter on the motherfucking street. Man, listen, that shit doesn't entice me. I need something written on paper that's going to be signed into law. That's what I need. So until y'all ready to come to the table on that, don't include me in none of this bullshit. So I'm gonna just, leave it at that. It's clear as day. These people that is saying they want change and all this bullshit and all this crime is happening so fast. Next, we're going back to Georgia. We're going back to Atlanta with that mayor. So now you got the coronavirus. Then the next day, you made masks mandatory in Atlanta. Why didn't you do it a month ago or a month and a half ago? Why are you doing it now, the day after you were diagnosed with COVID-19? This is all just a big game. Like, this is all just a clown show. Like I said, this is the clown show. This party that y'all desperately are going to vote for and risk your lives again, they're not here for you. They're not. Now, like I said, I'm not telling you who to vote for. You can vote for whoever you want to vote for. You can vote for Trump. You can vote for Biden. You can vote for motherfucking Kanye. But we know the facts about one of them. Well, two of them. Well, we got the facts of all three of them. I just want y'all, to read for yourself. Then you go from there. But Keisha Lance Bottoms, like, come on, like, listen, I done told y'all months ago on her Instagram, I'm like, yo, like, no, she's not it. Like, she's not it. I'm just being honest. That's not it. Next topic. Schools opening back up. I know here in Florida, we're pretty much a month away from schools starting back again. And the president has pretty much said, listen, these kids will be in school next month or whenever school open back up. They will be in school. Like they will be in school. Now, do I believe kids should be in school? Okay, right now, if you think about it, people bring their kids to school sick all the fucking time. So it's like somebody's bound to get sick regardless. COVID or no COVID, people send their sick kids to school all the time. Why? Because either both parents work long hours or it's a single mother or a single father and one parent can't do that. You know where I'm going with that. Now, do I think school should start back? I think if the parents, if the parents want their kids back to school, then they should sign a waiver stating that, hey, you are sending your kid to school. If your kid catch COVID, you can't, find this, liable for whatever. Now if the kids want to go to school, but not all throughout the week, then hey, you should give them an option to do school 3 days out of the week and then Thursday and Friday at home. That's my opinion. But as far as I'm concerned, well, there's definitely parents that want to send their kids back to motherfucking school. Like they is ready to get these kids out of their house and back in school. This is not a lie. Like, there's parents that really want to send their kids back to school. Get your ass out my house. You're eating up all my snacks. You're running up the light bill. The light bill was $60, $70 during school time. Now it's the summertime. The light bill skyrockets to $100+. They're ready to send their kids back to school. So that's why I think should happen. If you want to send your kids back to school, sign this waiver, and I'm agree to the stipulations. Your child got to get checked every morning with the thermometer or whatever. When they like at least 3 times out of the school day, just to make sure. That's if they want to, stuff like that that can be worked on, should be worked on. Now, fake news. So I was watching this video today, and I'm gonna post it on my Instagram. I'm gonna put the my Instagram name on the comments or whatever, and then I'm gonna pin them so y'all can follow me, and I'll share the video of what this clown Don Lemon, whatever the fuck he want to call himself. This man said on national TV that Jesus wasn't perfect. It's like, why is these people on the news? Like, why are these people allowed to have? It's they have a right to the Second Amendment. I mean the First Amendment. The right to free speech. But it's like, why is you on TV? Like, Jesus wasn't perfect. He was sent by God. It's clearly this guy doesn't read the Bible. But we're not going to, go any further on that, because everybody has their own opinion on religion. But you're not going to sit here and say that Jesus wasn't perfect. Like that's just pure and total blasphemy, which leads me to the next topic. Now, it's okay for Don Lemon to say that Jesus wasn't perfect, but Deshaun Jackson, said some Farrakhan shit, and y'all ready to fucking cut this man. Like, come on, like that's and this is the same team who signed the white boy, what's his fucking name, Riley Cooper, to an extension after he said on video, I will fight every nigga in here. That's exactly the words he said. Like, come on, like it's clear that, listen, I'm a bit said about Philly that that whole city is no, I would never have a desire to go there. Never. Not even for a Philly cheesesteak, not even to see the fucking Liberty Bell. I will not go. Ever. Never ever go to Philly. Because they got some ignorant motherfuckers there. Like Philadelphia, Boston, like they got their share, of some idiots out there, and it's clearly showing. Welcome to 2020. So we got 2 more things to talk about before we get to the main topic of the day. Hold on, let me light this real quick. Because I had this shit in my hand for the past 5 minutes, yo. So to my one viewer or whoever is going to view this video, have you guys watched the Donald Trump Mount Rushmore speech? You know, if you watched it, okay. If you didn't watch it, and I mean watch the whole thing from beginning to end, just listen to that speech. We have the fake news, like the Wall Street Journal, saying that his speech was divisive and enticed white supremacy. It's clear as day people don't listen to this man like the whole speech. They only want to show you tidbits and give their opinion on what they think he's saying or what they think he's implying. When this man clearly said, hey, yes, we understand slavery happened. Listen, what America is not, it's not perfect because they're not perfect. Just like Don Lemon said that Jesus isn't that man said Jesus isn't perfect. Yes, we have slavery. It happened. We're not telling you to forget about it, but come on, we have to unite, especially with all this crazy shit that's going down. Why can't we come together to find common ground? We have the left with all their crazy bullshit. They want open borders. They want to make masks mandatory. They want mail-in ballots. They want to do everything in their power to make sure that this man is out of office and vote in the man that created the fucking crime bill that put a lot of our people to prison for a very long time and doesn't care about you. You can't find not one Trump audio, article, or tweet of him saying anything bad about black people. I can't even find it. But you could definitely find proof of Joe Biden talking bad about black people. It's all over the internet. Hell, he made the crime bill. Come on, it's right there in your face. You can look it up on YouTube, Google, Bing, whatever the fuck they call it now. You can look all this shit up. It's public information. Just like I said 2 weeks ago, y'all would rather look up paperwork to see if a man snitch than paper on who's really on the bullshit out here. So I would say, watch that whole speech. Watch the speech first. Watch the whole speech. And you can see he's not talking about any type of white supremacy. He named Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, Frederick Douglass. You know what I mean? Shit. Fucking, he should have named Tupac. He should have named Malcolm X. Oh, he didn't name Jesse Owens, Muhammad Ali. He didn't name these people that were great people that done great shit in the world. But yet y'all still calling this man a racist. And it's just come on, y'all just listening to what other motherfuckers are saying. Y'all not even doing the research yourselves. So, and then they have this little picture going around of him and motherfucking Epstein. Listen, go back to 2000. I believe it came out either 2018 or 2014. When Trump banned that man from Mar-a-Lago, he banned him from that facility in 2011. So that's gonna dead all that goofy shit that y'all trying to apply about this man. Y'all willing to do everything y'all power. First it was Russia, then it was this motherfucking Ukraine hoax. Now it's COVID-19. Now it's the protests. Damn, this man is really. Then the fucking rape charge, right in between all that shit. This man's about to be 6-0 on y'all niggas. Then 7-0 come around November. He's clearly killing y'all with the truth, with the facts. But y'all keep wanting to, like I said, the Democratic Party they're like that boyfriend or that girlfriend that you get rid of, but they don't want to let it go. Like, oh, I promise I'll do better. Take me back, please. It's gonna be different this time. I promise I'll change. Baby, I'm begging you. Take me back, please. That's what the Democratic Party sound like. That's what they've been sounding like for the past 8 years. Like it's just like this is what like they're doing everything. They're willing to pander to you. Hillary Clinton had a bag of a fucking bottle of hot sauce in her bag. Motherfucker, we know you don't keep a bottle of hot sauce in your motherfucking purse. Stop capping. Like, you can't bullshit a bullshitter. You can't twirl a twirler. You can't twirl me. No, you can't. So, like, that's just, you know what I mean? Like, it's these people in the Democratic Party. And if you go back to 2 weeks ago when I talked about how the senator for South Carolina, a black man, by the way, made the police reform bill, and the Democrats said no. They said no. It was a black man who made the bill. Look it up. Betty, I'll post it on my Instagram right after this. He presented the crime bill to the House of Representatives, and he told his ass no. That and he's a Republican at that. He's a Republican. So that should tell you who really gives a fuck about you, black people. Like, that should tell you who really cares. You think Kamala Harris cares about you? She was a prosecutor. Joe Biden, Maxine Waters, John Lewis, Elijah Cummings, AOC, the other chick up in Minnesota, these people don't care about you. They don't care about you. I'm telling you, they don't. They don't care about you. They want to control you. That's why I always tell people, hey, think for yourself. Do your own research and then form your own opinion. I will do my research and form my own opinion. And we could disagree to disagree. Just like that. And that's, that's what it is. That's what it is. Now, the last topic, I gotta have to, go on my phone for this one. But I want to talk about Terry Crews for a second. Hold on, let me go to the shade room. Hold on, let me go to the shade room, people. Well, I can't read that shit later. All right, so let's go to the shade room real quick. I'm sorry, people. I just, want to get all my information. Oh, yeah, free Rollo. Rollo coming home. Rollo is coming home this Friday. Facts. You know what I mean? But he got to let this be a lesson. Stop putting all your fucking business on social media. Just stop. If you out here trapping in 2020, like selling coke or dope or whatever, listen, you probably the fucking police. But if you're not the police, take your ass off social media, please. So, and shout out to Kanye. You know what I mean? He's against abortion, as we all should be. Hold on, guys. I'm finding it right now. I'm almost there. Yes, sir. We because it's like I think he gotten out of the sunken place, the real sunken place, which is the Democratic Party, right? Listen, I'm sorry this is taking long, but hey, I got all the time in the world. Where's it at? Come on, people. We're almost there. We're almost there, people. But anyways, for my one viewer or whatever, how you doing? If you don't want to comment, that's cool. Here we go. Okay. So he said,
competing with other whites and other races, that was an issue.
So he's pretty much against, the Black Lives Matter organization or the movement, because he's thinking what a lot of people has been thinking as well, that the Black Lives Matter movement has been compromised, which it definitely has been compromised. The movement has been compromised. It's not about black people no more. Like it's read their statement. Just like it will show you what it's about. And people is giving this man backlash. Now, just like I always say, hey, it's your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion, and we should leave it at that. But to all these people, that want to call these other black people coons and Uncle Toms and Sambos because they don't agree with your opinion or whatever, like it is what it is. Just leave it be. I mean, like I said, now you wanna. I'm sorry, I just got a text message, but yeah. So I can get off it now. So it's like, listen, not every black person is a victim. Not every black person, which is going to lead into the topic. Not every black person is oppressed or was oppressed all throughout their life. I'm like, there's people that worked hard, they made an honest living, and they went through the system on how to be. Like I said, there's people out here that will look up another black man's paperwork. They'll shoot up a club if a motherfucker throwing gang signs at them, but won't look up paperwork on how to do business correctly, like what tax breaks can help them out. And it's clearly showing. So I'm like, with the text message, like I said, it's my way out and it's my way in. Pause. So I just want to say that, black people, like, yes, we know Black Lives Matter. We know this. But we can't be out here ready to fight everybody. No. Listen, I don't care if they deface a Black Lives Matter painting on the street. I don't care. Like, that's symbolism that I don't care about. I don't care about that shit. Like I said, long as they have something in law that's going to protect me and you, that's going to help me and you, that's all I really care about. They could destroy 100 Black Lives Matter street painting. I don't give a damn about that shit. But hey, as long as you got something on paper that's in law, then I'm cool. But until then, I'm doing my own thing. I'm over there. Y'all can be over there, but I'm over there forging my own path to greatness. So that's enough for the topics and bullshit that I have for this week. So next week, we might have some more bullshit topics, but some real topics. So today's topic, as what I said last week, feminism and the black woman. Now, I did, there's some research. And here's what I came up with. Like, here's what I researched. and off of what I have, I'm going to form my opinion. Like I said, everybody has their own opinion. Just respect it and leave it as that. If you want to have sensible dialogue, that's okay, but we don't have to be calling each other condescending names and shit like that. You understand? Now, so there were 3 waves of feminism in America. The first wave was the movement for white women. Now, if you think about this, right? Think about this. The feminist movement is a white woman's movement. But it really started in China. Is the fact. It really started in China. And then maybe they got wind of it here in America. And they did their own movement, saying that, like they want their rights or whatever. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think the feminist movement in America started in the 1960s. If I'm not mistaken, please, if I'm wrong, please correct me. There's nothing wrong with constructive criticism and correction. But just to make sure, I'm going to look it up for you. Boom, feminist movement. Let's look this up. All right, the feminist movement. Let's see. Hold on, people. All right, history of feminism. Boom. Okay. So it said that the first wave of feminism of the 19th and early 20th centuries focused on overturning legal inequalities, particularly addressing issues of women's suffrage. Now, it states here that women's suffrage is the right of women to vote in elections. That's what I'm reading here. So now they had the little suffrage. Fuck all that shit. So like I said, the first wave of feminism in America was white women. Right? Now, if you think of, I'm about to bring up some prominent black women right now. So these women that I'm about to name, right? They let the work speak for itself. They let the work speak for itself. Madam C.J. Walker, Katherine Johnson, Mary Jackson, Dorothy Vaughan, Shirley Chisholm. And listen, I know I'm missing a lot more, but we could say that these were prominent figures in the black community. Hell, in history, in American history. Yes, the 3 women that I named after Madam C.J. Walker, they definitely experienced segregation when they were working for NASA. But you know what they did? They didn't let that shit destroy their dream. Like they did some great things for the world, for NASA. Like it's like, do your research on all of these women. They wasn't talking about, oh, I'm a victim, like, oh, we need rights now, rights for women. They got out and let the work speak for themselves. So if you think about, like I said, like the feminist movement was a movement for white women. These women didn't even care about y'all at first. Y'all was already these prominent women were already doing the damn thing. They didn't need a feminist movement. These women were happily married with husbands and kids. They lived a long, prosperous life, all of these women that I just named, right? Their name is etched in history forever until the day the world blows up and everybody's gone. Their names are etched in history forever. And this is during the first wave. This is during the first wave, the beginning of the second wave. So these women didn't say that they were victims. They wasn't victims of oppression. They just went out and let the work speak for themselves. And then when given that opportunity, they showed up and continued to show up and continue to show up. And that's when they got the promotions. That's when, when they did that, now the ball's in their court. The ball's in their court, so now they could demand shit. Okay, I want this program for women, for young black girls, young black boys. They had leverage. They started as a liability and ended up an asset. They were already assets to begin with. Somebody just had to open that door. Somebody at least had to listen and open the door. Let them come through the door. And then they proved themselves. So like I said, the first wave of feminism in America was white women only. So black women, they didn't care about you. Spanish women, they didn't care about you. Indian women, Asian, you get the picture. So now, the second wave was when shit started to get ugly. So now, the first wave convinced every other race that has women, like convinced black women, Hispanic women, Asian women that, hey, y'all being oppressed too. Y'all should come join us. So, of course, they join. They start saying, hey, we want our rights too. We're oppressed. We're women. But there were women here that were doing the damn thing. Shirley Chisholm, the first black woman in Congress, the first black woman elected to Congress. That took work. She worked for that. That wasn't no affirmative action. The first black woman to run for president, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, please correct me if I'm wrong. But like I said, I got a little thing on her, in a little bit, which we will get to. Hold on, Shirley Chisholm, right? I'm sorry, people. Yeah, so in the 1972 U.S. election, she became the first black candidate for a major party's nomination for president of the United States and the first woman to run for the Democratic Party's presidential nomination. She wasn't oppressed. She wasn't oppressed. She worked. She worked hard for it. She worked hard. She almost got to the top of the mountain. They don't teach that in school. She almost got to the top of the mountain. Shirley Chisholm almost got to the top of the mountain. She was almost there. But they want y'all to believe that y'all is oppressed. If she almost got to the top of the fucking mountain, what makes you think you can't do it? What's the matter? What is the matter? What is the matter? Madam C.J. Walker, the first self-made woman millionaire ever. Her name is etched in history forever, in American history forever. She wasn't talking about she's oppressed. So now also, the feminist movement was strong in socialism. Ooh, see, there's that shit right there. We all know what socialism is. It's pretty much you want everything helped by the government, right? Hold on, people. See, because like we about to break down socialism. Yeah, so you know what I mean? Like, so socialism pretty much is a political and economic theory of social organization which advocates the means of production, distribution, and exchange should be owned or regulated by the community as a whole. No. So like they're pretty much saying let the government do everything for us. No, absolutely not. No. So now the second wave, like I said, the second wave of feminism, that's when they started to invade. They was putting the bug in y'all ear. When, like I said, black women were prospering. Black women were prospering out here. Black men were prospering. This is all, like I said, this is all public information. I don't got to say the fucking slogan again, but you know what it is. So the second wave, they invaded the other races and pretty much was like, hey, you're being oppressed. Excuse me. Yeah, so but yeah, so they got invaded. And now this is what was said in China, right? And I have to disagree on this. Now I'm going back to the Chinese feminist movement. This quote said, prior to the 20th century, women in China were considered essentially different from men. As a matter of fact, I don't disagree. I do agree. Y'all are different from us. Like it's come on, like you don't need glasses to see that a man. Listen, there is things that women can do greatly that I cannot do. And there's men that could do stuff that women can't. That's just the law of it. That's just the law of nature. That's how God made us. God made all of us the same, but different at the same time. Men can't reproduce babies. Women can. Women can't teach a man how to be a man. A man can. Men can't teach a girl how to be a woman. A woman can. Women can't, like, men don't give out the same type of love that a woman gives out. That's why you hear that slogan, there's no love like a mother's love. I mean, that's why, you have the song Dear Mama. Like it's stuff that women is more essential than men in. It's not in this stuff that men is more essential than women. Now, let me make one thing clear. I'm just make one thing clear. As far as women's pay is concerned, right? This is my theory. I don't care if you're a man, woman, transgender, a fucking alien, a fucking half man, half animal, half woman. I don't care. If you could do the job, then that's who I'm gonna have, help me out or whatever. Like that's who's gonna be on my team. I'm not worried about what you look like, what your color is. I care about performance. Can you deliver me numbers? That's why I base shit off. And that's how everything should be based off. Can you get me numbers? Can you do the job that I instruct you to do? Not, he's a white man or she's a black woman, or fucking he a black man. No, I don't care about that. It's can you do the job? That's how it should be all across the board. All across the board. Can you do the job? Now, here's where things, get tricky. So say if I'm a CEO for a big time company, right? Now, this is just my theory. So say if I'm looking for a fucking a vice president of operations, right? And it's a man and a woman, right? They can have the same accolades, right? Like everything identical. Like they got their degrees, they got their experience, yada yada yada. And I interviewed both of them. If I can't decide who's the best candidate for the job, what should happen, in my opinion, is there should be like how like they got like second interviews, right? So say they smash both interviews. The both of them smash, they kill the interview. Like they're jovial thinking, oh, I got this job in the bag. So here I am doing the hiring and telling somebody no, pretty much. If I'm torn between who I want to pick, then I will grant a third interview to both of them. But this time, I'm going to have them interview the board of directors. So say if I have like a board of directors of like 5 people, right? So it's going to be me and the 5 board of directors, right? So after the third interview, we're going to come together and we're going to have a vote on who they think will be great for, like moving forward. And then we will go from there. Now, and then people are like, hey, there was an unbiased vote. So everybody had their own opinion on you or whatever. And they made the vote based on who they felt was better for the job. That's how it should be, in my opinion. So that way, nobody can say, oh, there's discrimination. No. These 5 other people, along with me, because I'm going to be in the third interview also, and then that's, where I'll make my decision. So that's how it should be. Now, back to, what I'm saying. So, yeah, so like I said, essentially, women is different. Like I said, there's stuff that a woman can do way better than me that like I said, I can't pop out a fucking baby. like I'm like it's not even it's like I physically would never pop out a baby or hold a baby for 9 months. There's no fucking way. There's no way I can have a menstrual for 5 to 7 days, especially the ones when they be cramping all horrible. Yo, fuck that shit. No, I'm sorry. I take my hats off to y'all. So don't listen. There's people that think I don't like black women. I'm like, yo, you're fucking retarded. like like it's just certain stuff I don't agree on, which we'll get to that another time. Now, so like I said, we are different. It is what it is. We're different from each other, but we're still the same under God, like we're the same, but with 2 different people at the same time. So then now, here we are now, present day, we got cancel culture. We got the feminist movement that's being fucking invaded by LBGT and the Democratic Party. Like they're pretty much telling you, hey, we'll give you benefits. We'll give you all the government benefits you want, but that man can't be in the home. The Black Lives Matter organization, they're about ripping apart the traditional family and the traditional family values. They're pretty much telling you they don't want that man in the house with you. They think that's wrong. Do you know the founders of the Black Lives Matter movement? They're all lesbian women. Look at it. It is there. Now, this is the last topic I'm going to talk about because, like I said, I wanted to talk about Shirley Chisholm. So I was, looking at, what she did, when she was in Congress. And it was one particular bill that I did a little research on. And this bill got vetoed by President Nixon. So when Shirley Chisholm was in office, the great black queen that she is, God rest her soul. When she was, in Congress, she created this bill. It was called the Comprehensive Child Development Bill of 1972. I wasn't even born yet. But I think my first sister and my first brother was already born because they're in their 40s. So let me read this off to you. So this bill is designed particularly to make it easier for single parents, so mother or father, to work and care for children simultaneously, thereby alleviating strain on the welfare system. So now, prior to this, I was watching a video, which I'm going to post on my Instagram as well, from PragerU. And they were basically talking about, how black fathers are needed in the home. And they gave, some very disturbing statistics, but it's real numbers. People got to hear this shit. So now we got to face reality. There is going to be single parents out here. I'm like, there's some marriages that can't be worked out, or some relationships that just can't be worked out. They just have to be single, or else somebody's going to get killed or physically hurt real bad, and then a whole bunch of other shit is going to happen. So, yeah, so basically, she wanted to have like a real deal daycare system that was pretty much gonna, all that money that was on welfare, like that's being funded to welfare, which needs to be defunded. We're defunding and abolishing the wrong thing. We need to abolish welfare. That's what we need to do. Unless you physically need it, like you're physically unable to work. I got to see medical records that say that this person physically and mentally cannot work. Then that's a different story. We're talking about for the people that could walk and talk and fucking jumping and running shit, that don't want to do shit. So I believe she was proposing like $10 billion for funding. And the president turned it down. And at the time, the president was Nixon. So it states here that Nixon vetoed the bill. And the reasons why was because it was going to give a communal approach to child rearing, and it would break up the homes. So he pretty much was strong on traditional family values, having a mother and having a father in the home. Because think about it, you need both parents in the home. It's not up for debate. There has to be a motherly figure in the house, and there has to be a fatherly figure in the house. And trust me, you don't want to listen. I don't even want to tell the story of what happened to me last week, Monday. But it's but that story alone shows you that, hey, there needs to be a father figure in this house. I'll probably talk about that on a later episode. But Yeah, so he was big on family values, strong on family, the man in the house. You know, like when they come home from work, it's both parents. They doing whatever it takes to raise a strong family, so they won't be out here acting stupid and shit when they get older. Now, here's my opinion on this. I like the I like the idea of it. Now, like I said, I could see where she's coming from, and I could see where President Nixon was coming from. You know, but he does have to realize that yes, it do be single. Okay, even if both parents is in the home, there's some parents that work long, extreme hours. So if they get off work, so if they both get off work late, you know, like grandmother can't watch the kids, or auntie and uncle, they got their own kids to take care of. So yes, I believe yes, like it should have been a daycare system, you know, that would, you know, help alleviate not just single parents, but also parents that's married, or parents, you know, that's not married, but you know, they're in relationships. That is, you know, like if that could have expanded to all families, you know, like single parents and married parents, yeah, if that would apply to all across the board, and found the easier way to where it won't break up the families, like yeah, there's daycare, but you know, like we still want to give the mother and the father that time to their children. You know, if stuff like that could have been revised in that bill could have passed. Like I said, I see where she was coming from, and I see where President Nixon was coming from. They got very strong points, and see how I was able to nitpick each one and put it all together into one. I don't know what's happening in Congress, you know, like I don't know what's happening, you know. Some people just have big ass egos. Some people just need to die out. That's why, yes, there should be smaller election term. Yeah, like every 4 years. Okay, every 4 years for 2 terms. Yeah, like just like the president. You know, they got 2 terms, 4 years. Shane should go with the House and the Senate, because there's no way Maxine Waters should be in Congress for all these years, and LA is still fucking horrible. Nancy Pelosi, your district is still horrible. Like Kamala, how is Chicago still a shit show in 2020? How is Chicago still a fucking war zone in 2020? That shit is just flabbergasting to me. I'm flabbergasted. Like how in 2020 it's the city of Chicago with its illustrious history. How is Chicago a fucking war zone? And nobody's doing nothing about it. No Black Lives Matter. The mayor says she don't need the president's help. The governor said that they don't need the president's help. Yet toddlers is getting killed now. They're not even showing remorse for little babies. They're not even showing no remorse. The baby in DC, a fucking toddler. Baltimore, like these are Democratic ran cities, and these kids are just getting gunned down with no remorse and nothing's being solved. So now, my opinion on the feminist movement and the Black women is, Black women, y'all would have been better off if y'all would have said no to that movement. Because I just gave 5 very prominent names in Black history, in Black American history, not just Black American history, but American history altogether. So like I said, if we could just put if we, the Black community, because this is what I've been saying the past 3.5 years about President Trump. We, the Black community, have to put our feelings to the side. I don't listen. Yes, okay, he's arrogant. Okay, whatever. That's your opinion. But we got to put our feelings to the side, and we all have to come together. First, we got to hold ourselves accountable for all the damage that we've caused to ourselves. All these gangs and shit. Like, what are y'all beefing about? I mean, not if it's on some, like this person killed my brother or whatever. But to all the other niggas, they ain't got that type of beef. What did y'all beefing about? Now, I mean, like, once we hold ourselves accountable and then put our feelings to the side, then I think we'll be better off. I was going to bring up something else. I forgot. It's been over an hour. I'm almost done. Well, I forgot, but I'll probably talk about it next week. But it was like more along the lines of like, oh, now I know what we're going to talk to y'all about. Okay, so like I said, in terms of the feminist movement and black women, y'all would have been better off if we would have said no to that. That's my opinion on that. And that ends that. Now, I forgot to talk about this on topics and other shit. Pop Smoke new album. And I mean, RIP to the Big Woo. You know what I mean? It's so sad and unfortunate that your life had to be taken before, you can start seeing real success. Like, the album was okay. I didn't buy it because it was just okay. Because I felt like they had the wrong. Okay, I could understand Quavo as a feature and Lil TJ, but when they had Tiger, and fucking Roddy Ricch on that shit, I'm like, yo, like, where's all the Brooklyn niggas at? Like, where's Fabio Foreign? Where's fucking Raw Swish? Like, Young Custom, like Chef G, like, y'all ain't have none of these Brooklyn niggas on the album, and y'all have all these love songs. Listen, Pop Smoke was really about that life. Like, he was really about that life. He really put in work out here in these streets. And they have Puffs on that. I'm like, come on, like, who gave this album the okay? But it was just okay. But who gave this the okay? Yeah, so that's like, and then like I was thinking about this earlier. Like, okay, so right now we have the new school of rap. Like, we're in the new school now. Like, this is now like we're in the new school ever of rap. Right now, it should have been okay. Like, these are the three rap we've been talking about today. In that conversation, when it's all said and done, he's gonna be in the conversation. XXX, like, he was like, despite what happened with him and his girl, whatever. I mean, that's why we got what the fuck. Come on, connection. Now we got Pop out of Brooklyn, like, Brooklyn ain't known for no fucking slow songs and shit. Like, Brooklyn is known for robbing motherfuckers. Brooklyn is the home of Al Capone, one of the greatest gangsters ever.